This could be like crossing enemy lines. Hey, bro. Y'all ready to go already? All right. Meet you downstairs. We're going fishing. Be happy. Told you. You know, being an outdoorsman and making my living as a fishing guide and a fishing TV host, my family pretty much has no choice but to be part of that world. And fortunately for me, my whole family, my wife, my daughter, Kyle, they all seem to enjoy it. I think as a young teenager, Kyle, instead of playing video games and running around getting into trouble with his friends in town, him and his buddies would take four-wheelers out into the Everglades, they'd take fishing rods, and that's how they spent their spare time, was fishing. When they weren't in school or weren't playing baseball or football, they were going off into the Everglades and chasing bass and peacock bass and finding their own little honey holes. And it was fun to hear his daily activities when he would come home and all the new spots that they would find. It reminded me of when I was a kid. As a teenager, I dreamt of being a fishing guide. If I wasn't playing sports, I was out on the water, learning fisheries, whether it be offshore or inshore. And I looked at my life as probably continuing on that track, pretty much being like a fishing gypsy, just traveling around and finding new places and discovering new fisheries. And then I fell in love and got married, had a couple of kids. I have a beautiful daughter, and then not too many years later had a son. And though I do still fish every day and I do still discover new fisheries, I thought I knew what love was until I had a kid. And that was something that I never experienced up until that point in my life. So to say I'm a proud dad is an understatement. And being able to now take my kids with me in the outdoors and share some of those experiences that I've had throughout my life with them and watch them grow as outdoorsmen has been, it's been a proud moment. Hey, we like your wiring job.
I like your wiring job.
Looks nice, man.
Why, thank you.
The weather. Lay down like at noon.
Cool. We're done, we're blowing air. Just leave it for 1 sec. When Rob's fishing with Kyle or Kaylee, he takes on more of a fatherly role and he kind of becomes more instructional and relaxed a little bit, but you could tell he wants it even more. You could just feel it in him, you can watch it in his face. He just lights up as a proud father. Did you get the banana bread?
I put it in there.
Would you like a piece?
Not right now. Thank you. But
I'd offer you some, Kyle, but you know.
Thanks for bringing that.
You're such a yesterday.
So, thinking shrimp boats? We should go catch pilchards though.
Gotta love pilchards. They're everything.
Yeah. Think it's worthwhile? Worth the run?
Always.
He hadn't seen that. He hadn't seen shrimp boat stuff. It's not about him today though. It's about us.
Sweet.
Yeah. He's gonna tie all our knots. He's
Go
gonna
get me bait.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
It's gonna be one of those days. That's it. I want a verse of Kumbaya from all you guys.
He ain't getting it. Ain't gonna happen. many mornings I wake up and the weather's perfect, I'm not booked with a client, I'm not filming a TV show, that I'd love to just go in Kyle's room, wake him up and say, hey man, let's go. This is gonna be happening today. And unfortunately, life gets in the way of that. You know, he's got school, now he's got a job with SeaHunter, now he's got his own life to start leading. And that's why I do cherish the times that we do get to spend together, because they're not as often as I may want them to be. You know, the hard thing about this, Mike, we're in an offshore boat, we're in here catching bait in the flats. You gotta watch your tide, man.
This is not a flats boat.
This is definitely not a flats boat, so you gotta be super careful.
I want to see you get out and push this one.
Oh yeah. Give me a push pole, I can pole it.
Even if you just bow up in there, straight in and drift left. I'll see if I can get him that way. Turtle. See him? Hi, buddy.
I would put Kyle in more of a shallow water backcountry type angler. I mean, that's what he's been exposed to the most. It's what he seems to enjoy the most. But at the same time, I love taking him offshore because he's spent not near as much time out there. I love showing him new things and new fish, whatever it may be. You know, showing those new experiences and letting him see the whole world, not just the shallow water world, but what the sea has to offer is pretty fun.
There's stuff crushing bait on the other side. See it?
Oh yeah.
Look. All bonitas so far. Blackfin. See him?
Yep. Might want to. You got to be ready to move, Kyle, because those things will go under the boat.
Cool, isn't it?
A couple tunas there.
Seen a couple, not a lot.
I'm getting ready here, man. I'm just putting a fly on.
A blackfin in the back.
This is the cool thing about this fishing.
Twick. Oh, snap rolled on. Oh, hooked up. Oh! I love this.
Every time I see this, as many times as I've seen it,
See him?
it's still badass.
Oh, it's awesome. That'll help.
Yeah, I think we're done. Thanks, bro.
It's done, brother. Lay him down right there. Yeah, it's all yours.
There was a tuna.
So I've seen 2 or 3. I haven't seen many.
What's caught?
It was crazy. You know, I've always heard stories growing up, you know, my dad telling me the fishing out there is off the chain. It's like nowhere else. Fighting a fish for 15 or 20 minutes, you know, and they're kicking your ass. You know, hearing those stories, it got me so excited when I heard that we were gonna go down there and go fish the Tortugas. You know, I just, from there on, from that second when that happened, you know, I was just, let's get it, you know, this is awesome, you know, I can't wait. one thing that, you know, is clearly in my dad as well as in me is, I guess you could say it's a passion for a healthy competition. Whether it's him and I, you know, just in the boat one day, just fishing together, you know, we always try and see who's gonna catch the bigger fish or who's gonna catch the most fish.
Seeing him still?
Yeah, saw 3 or 4.
Oh, like that
There
one?
There
he is.
I got the freaking tuna.
Nice blackfin.
That is not easy to do when there's that many bonitas.
No. Without
Hold
that,
on, Kyle, let me.
Without that fly, you wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Blackfin. Even take him around the bow, take him all the way left. You bring him to this door, I'll get him no problem. That should probably be pretty cool. Let me know when you get close, Kyle.
Damn, these things pull, boy. How you doing, bro? Damn, if he didn't get the blackfin.
Hey, he did. Nice big one. Who will win, father or son? Pull right, pull right. Nice.
They're big tunas.
Yeah, they are. A big tuna, brother. Or a blackfin? Oh, you're gonna be here first, huh? Can I do the door? Uh-oh. Give me yours.
I'm trying.
How heavy's your leader?
30.
30? Sorry, Kyle, your dad told me I had to take his first.
I didn't say anything.
He said, go ahead and mess his up, they can play it longer. Ah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Circle. Circle, circle, circle. Who's your buddy? Who's your pal? Getting up much. Oh, pretty work, brother. Nice tuna, man.
Hey.
That was hot.
There was 2 tunas, 100 bonitas, and we doubled up. That's awesome, bro. Way to go.
High five. He seems like
Get the tuna 5.
Yeah. Mine's bigger.
Yeah, whatever.
What I thought was really a special moment was when Rob and Kyle both got their blackfins on at the same time. And they were fighting. Rob had his on fly, Kyle had his on a bait, and they were both fighting real. I mean, there were only, what, 3 blackfin, 4 blackfin at the whole shrimp boat. And it's normally worst case scenario. Normally you want more blackfin than bonitas because bonitas each at house and home. And they both caught it side by side at the same time. You couldn't plan that any better. You know, that's just awesome. The 2 of them just enjoying that moment together was cool.
All right. You want any of that in there?
No.
I think the unique thing about taking your kids into the outdoors, especially if you go fishing, is there's nothing that's going to get in the way. I mean, you're in a boat, you're off in this remote destination, wherever it is, whether it's inshore, offshore, it doesn't matter. You're together, there's no distractions of life. It's just you and your kid out there enjoying what God gave us. And your kid catches, you know, a great fish. You get to experience all these things, and they're experiencing it for the first time, and you're sharing that moment with them. There's nothing that can replace that in normal life, other than spending time with them in the outdoors. One day, I take Kyle snook fishing. We were having a great snook day. I walked behind one of his casts, and he hooks me in the face. That was not a great experience, but it was a great experience for Kyle because he got to see how to remove the hook out of my face. I taught him how to do that. But I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything. In the old days, to go offshore fishing, a 25-foot boat with twin motors was an exceptionally sized vessel. These days, we have center consoles that are over 40 feet long. Quad motors, 700 gallons of fuel. They've literally changed the game in what we can access in a day of fishing. The thought of running 100 miles one way in a day didn't exist in the old days. Now it's commonplace. We do that often. And going out of a place like Key West, because of the versatility, you can fish 3 different ecosystems, 3 different types of fishery in one day because you have that range in a new center console. Besides great range, great bait capacity, and great fuel capacity, you have great fishability. If you hook a fish at the transom, you can run around all the way around to the bow if the fish makes that run. You can cast off the bow, you can cast off the midship. You have outriggers if you want to troll. You can run kites off at any end of the boat. Modern day center consoles were built and designed to be badass fishing machines, and that's exactly what they are. I think it was a great experience to get Kyle out with another professional fisherman. You know, it's not just me. When it's your dad telling you things and trying to teach you things, sometimes it comes across different than if it's an outsider. And I look at Mike more like an uncle than a friend. I mean, he's like family to me. So I think it was a great time for Kyle to be around another grown man who does this for a living like I do, so he could hear a different perspective, maybe the same perspective, but coming from somebody different. What's that? What's that brown? It's cobia. It's a cobia. Just leave it right there. See if he'll circle back on it. Get it out of there. No, leave it. God.
Do you want to ballyhoo?
Try the ballyhoo. Where'd he go? Good job, Mike.
Sorry, Kyle. You gonna gaff him?
Oh yeah.
You want to hurry up?
I'm not ready to do it right now.
I am. Oh, that was ready for that. Now he's going back. You could stick him now.
Huh?
You could stick him now. In the boat. Woo! The worst part about that whole scenario was after I hooked it, if I had lost that fish, never mind, not hooking it is okay. But when I hook it and take it away from him and then lose it, that's why I was like, Rob, gaff it, Rob, gaff it, Rob. Hey, Rob, could you gaff that? Rob, gaff that. I was like, oh my God, do it. The whole time I was fighting the fish, I was like, oh my God, don't lose this fish, oh my God, don't lose this fish, oh my God, don't lose this fish.
That was actually my first time meeting Mike, and he kind of seems, I kind of perceived him as more of an uncle than, you know, a friend. And that was my first time hanging out with him, you know. We hit it off great. He also has an extreme, vast amount of knowledge of fishing.
I truly enjoy Kyle. You know, he has that determination, the drive. He's got a tremendous amount of respect for his father, which is something you can't teach. They either get it or they don't. And Kyle's got that. And there's a lot of aspects there when you look at a young man, especially teenage generations. I hate to be that old guy saying, today's kids don't get it. But there's a lot that don't appreciate what they have. And Kyle really does.
You know, as a parent, you look at your kids and you try to see yourself in them. But it's just been recent that I've noticed my part in it. You know, I saw my grandfather in Kyle as a youngster. I saw the traits of my dad in Kyle in his early teen years. And now I'm starting to see traits of myself in Kyle that have obviously been passed on. But I think you as a parent, whether you hunt, fish, or do spend time in the outdoors yourself, you owe it to your kids to at least expose them to it, to get them with somebody that does spend time in the outdoors, to see if that's something they like. Because if they like it, they'll take that throughout life forever, and they'll have some of the coolest experiences they'll ever have that normal life can't give them.